Hey, leaders. Hope you enjoy that singing. Just gonna wait a second. Just gonna wait a second. I'm excited to be here with y'all. I'm like super tired today. I don't know what is going on. All right. So on the Wildflower Warrior page, I do Tip Thursdays because, hey, Jordan, because we have our homeschooling community group on Tuesdays. So we do Tip Thursday. So now that we've got a leaders group, a combined leaders group, we'll do a Tip Thursday also for leaders. So I'm pumped about this. This kind of goes with what I just shared a little bit with the Wildflower Warriors. I talked to them about making your business you, okay? So we talked to them about making their business you, just kind of putting yourself into your business in any way that you can, whether that's in your stories, in your parties, making it you so it doesn't look like everybody else's party, or every other direct sales party they've ever been to, right? Your mail outs, whatever it is, making it you, putting your personal touch on your business, okay? So, kind of want to do the same thing a little bit, but on a deeper level, because, of course, you guys are leaders, right? Right. So, on Sunday, we had a church service called Same Devil, New Level, right? Because Same Devil, New Level. So, basically the same thing with Scentsy. You are still slaying, hey, Casey, the same beast. No matter what title you are, you're still focusing on your three legs, right? What do you got? You got your PRV, your sponsoring, your coaching, your self-care, okay? You're still focused on that, whether you are certified, whether you're a lead, star, superstar, director, star director, SSD. You're still focused on those same things, okay? But you're doing it at a different level every single time you promote. So the backbone is going to be the same, but it has to be a different level. And the reason I said it's kind of like what I just talked to the Wildflower Warriors about is because when I first started my business, my mail outs did not look like my mail outs look like now, right? I'm on a different level, okay? My paycheck has increased. I can put more into my business. So things look very different now than they did then. And it's the same thing, okay? Same thing for every point of this business. It's the same thing, all right? So you've got to shift your strategy to match your season. You also have to shift your mindset to match your season. So as a certified consultant, you were focused probably on you because you probably didn't have a team, right? You're focused on you. When you're a lead consultant, you are now focused on you, and probably the one person, we'll start with your very first consultant that joined with you, the one person that joined with you, right? So now you're not just thinking about you and your PRV, you're now also trying to teach this other person how to do the same thing, okay? So you're now introduce yourself to coaching, okay? Sponsoring and coaching, really, you introduce yourself to both because you have to do both. When you get to that season, it changes. So you have to have that shift in your mindset. You've got to have that shift in what you're doing in your business. The backbone will always stay the same, the three legs of success. But other things on the outside of that are going to shift, okay? So even maybe your time of year that you're working. So for me, I know in the summer, I'm like balls to the walls, man, because I'm not homeschooling my kids. So my whole focus pretty much is Scentsy, okay? That season looks very different than right now. I can't do Scentsy literally all day. I got 3 kids to teach, right? If you're working, or say you're a teacher, your summer is gonna look different in the season than your fall and your winter, okay? It's gonna look very different. So shifting that time, I work my business differently in the summer than I do in the fall, winter months when I'm teaching my kids. There's a shift. It's different, okay? Also, think about this too. As a leader, you shift. You're shifting your mindset. You're shifting into the season. When you've got 5 teammates, it's going to be very, very different than when you have a group of 100. That's a big difference, okay? How you're sending your mail outs. I think Chloe says do what you can for 1 for 100. How you're sending your mail outs to your teamies for recognition is going to look different, okay? From 1 to 100. Are you going to send it to all 100 people? Like, that's a lot of money, y'all. That's a lot going out. Or are you just going to focus on the top 10 or the top 5? Those are things you need to be thinking about as your business progresses, okay? Because when you're at certified, you get to lead, then you're like, okay, cool, I'm a lead. And I know we tell you guys to focus on the title that you are, be the best title that you are, that promotion will come. Yes, 100%. I wholeheartedly believe that. But I think in the back of our minds, we got to be thinking a little bit about, okay, it's possible, right? Because for me, I didn't realize it was even possible to be a director. Like it didn't even cross my mind. So when I got there, I was like, whoa, now what do I do? So I think it needs to be in the back of our mind, it's possible. If that were me, what would I do? Think about things like that. Like if it were me, how would I handle that situation? So that way your mind is already going a little bit. And when you get there, you're not like in shock mode, don't know what to do. Okay. So think about that. So even like I said, as a leader, okay. So as a star consultant, starting to think, okay, well, if I want to do X, Y, and Z to get the superstar, right? What am I going to do to maintain being paid at title as a superstar? And then as a superstar, starting to think about that too as a director. Well, how would I want my team culture to look? Right? What do I want my team page to look like? How do I want to do incentives? When my people get incentives, what do I want to do for them? All of those things are shifting in your leadership and change very, very drastically from when you are a lead consultant to as you move up, okay? And like I just told the Wildflower Warriors too, your budget, make it you. It should be you. Okay, you should put your personality into things, but also on your budget. Don't feel like if you see someone doing something crazy, you should be doing the same thing, because that's not the case. And that'll just stress you out. Keep everything as simple as you can, okay? And focus on the backbone, but just remember there's outside things we have to shift with as we move and as we grow. You cannot stay in the same mindset because that's not where you're at anymore, right? I think I've said before, like, I love my son, but if Isaiah and I have the same mindset and he's 11 and I'm almost 32, that's a problem. Like, no, I've grown and I've evolved, right? I'm now focused on being in the season. I'm very, very different than I was at 11. Let's hope. God, Lord. Anyways, but it needs to be simple because if it's not simple, it can't be replicated for your team. You can't teach them something that's crazy and outlandish and like you can't teach them that. You have to be able to, your business needs to be simple so you can teach your teammates how to help their business and how to run their stuff and then to keep it simple so it can be replicatable too, okay? So again, your business, I'm sure, has changed since you started Scentsy. When I started, I did my little dollar store thank yous. I still have those. They go in my like local orders now. And then I did just a little felt square, dipped it in some wax, and that was what I sent people to say thank you before I even did Scent and Warmer of the Month. I hadn't done that yet. So I was like, I'm just going to make a sample. At least they get something in their hands, and that was what I sent them. Well, now I do Scent and Warmer of the Month, so they get that flyer. They get a thank you like this from Amazon Prints, right? Got my little girl on it. I've made it me. They get, you know, just extra goodies if they're in Scentsy Club. All of that has evolved and has changed. My business has changed, how I run my business. One of the girls on the Wildflower Warriors just asked if I could put my schedule. She wants to be more scheduled. And I'm like, probably talking to the wrong leader, to be honest with you, because I'm not as scheduled and put together as I should be. But I'm like, my schedule is going to look very different, right? I have more parameters, like do this by this time, because it doesn't work the way I want to if I don't. But it's going to look very different from hers because she's a certified consultant. So I can give her what I do, but it's not going to look the same, right? If I sit here and I say, schedule all my posts on my team page every morning, that's not helpful for her. She doesn't have a team page yet. So things like that, you're going to shift as you grow. When you have your 5 teammates, okay, and you're a star consultant and you start with your team page, that's something you should be working on. Oh, I'm a star consultant. Okay, let me go ahead and set up my team page. Now let me go ahead and schedule 1 post a day, you know, until I keep moving up. And when I'm a director, then I will know what to do. I've got it going on, but you don't think about having a team page as a certified consultant. So everything changes and evolves as you grow, okay? Even your coaching, like I said, you coaching one person is very different than you coaching multiple. When you're a lead and you're like, okay, I'm going to coach my person and teach them how to run their business and what they need to do and X, Y, and Z, that's great. When you move up, right, and you're like, okay, now I'm a superstar consultant and I need to have a conversation with these people because now I'm trying to grow leaders. That's a whole different style in coaching also. So every single thing in this business, hey Sylvia, is going to evolve. None of it can stay the same. So just be ready for that. Change is good, okay? But there should be a shift in your strategy as you move along to be looking at the next step, being the best consultant you can be now, but also looking at the next step, okay? So I was just thinking here, so you're all leads, at least lead or above. So as a lead, your strategy is what? Your strategy is looking for more teamies, right? You want to make sure that you're hitting your 1,000 GWV, okay? So you're looking for new teamies. You're teaching the teamies that you do have, okay? But you're probably not doing like team recognition just yet. Like you do your shout outs, right? But you're not doing team recognition just yet. So you need to be thinking about when you do get to superstar, right? Consultant, okay, what do I want those to look like? Do I want to start sending them little cards in the mail? Do I not? Do I just want to keep it shouted out on the team page? All of those things are things you just need to start thinking about and doing. Watching your directors. What's your director doing? Because one day that's going to be you. How do you want to do things? Do you want to do things the same, right? Or do you want to do things differently? What about your team meetings? I know Casey, one of my superstar consultants, she holds her own team meetings. I think that's awesome. My mom's a star consultant. What she does with her people is they have a group chat and they just text back and forth, and that's awesome because it fits her team size. If I was to try to go have a group chat with 100 people, that's going to be crazy. I'm going to be up all night. Like, that's not going to work for me. Do you understand what I'm saying? So everything changes and evolves and shifts. It can't stay the same, and that's okay. All right, you have to have grace on yourself, grace on your team as you all get used to the shift and the change. But I just thought that was really cool that they said that. Same devil, new level. So think that's how we need to think about things. In the back of our mind, just know one day that's going to be you. You're going to be at a different level. How is your business going to change and look? Okay, so in your coaching and as a leader, all right, and in your business, period. But then you have your 3 legs that always stay the same. Okay, but each of those things evolve. So even your PRV, really, because I was thinking the other day, I was talking to Paige about more club orders, right? Okay, so more club orders. If I can get to 2K PRV at least in club orders, then that can sit here and that can make it so I don't have to do as many parties. My PRV is going to shift. If you did a lot of bag parties, I think Chloe said last night, she was doing like 8-something bag parties going out. But now her business, it doesn't look like that because it's shifted, it's changed, it's evolved, and that's okay, all right? So just be thinking about things like that, how everything changes, how everything shifts. It's good, all right? But you've got to shift your strategy to meet the new season that you're in. Every single time you promote, every time your customer base grows, think about that too. I used to be able to send everyone on my mailing list a scent warmer of the month. Now I'm like, you have to be within the 3 months. If you're not, and I'm cutting it close there, it's about to be 2, because you have to shift for what you do, and as your business grows, it will change, all right? But get excited, because it's going to be good. It's going to be good, you guys, to keep shifting and growing. It's so exciting, and I can't wait to see you guys all just bloom and be wonderful and amazing. It's just awesome. So, y'all have a great Thursday, and I will talk to y'all later, guys. Bye.